Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge, and today we have Stuck in the Suburbs. I almost said Stuck in the Middle, that's something else that's on Disney Plus, but this is Stuck in the Suburbs. This is a Disney Channel movie, and it's from 2004. It is considered one of the best Disney Channel movies out there. It's directed by Savage Steve Holland, and if you don't know that name, by the way, this is an hour and 19 minutes long. If you don't know that name, he's the director of Better Off Dead with John Cusack. Yeah. 85. A movie from 1985. He came back and he did other stuff in between there, I imagine, but he did this. He did a Disney Channel movie starring Danielle Panabaker. You might recognize her from The Flash. And she has a sister, Kay. The two of them have done a ton of Disney stuff as well. But she's Caitlin Snow on the Flash series on the CW, or one of those Warner Brothers things. And that's kind of what she's been known for the most recently anyway. And Brenda Song, who is kind of like Disney Channel royalty. She's been in everything. She's been in a ton of things all throughout the Disney Channel over the years. She is all grown up now, and I don't even know if she does any more Disney stuff, but she's married to Macaulay Culkin. Yeah, Home Alone. Yeah. I've been doing my research while I was watching this, because there's a lot of familiar faces in this. This is pretty interesting, between its connections to DC and DC Comics. There's a connection to Marvel and Star Trek and everything else. Well, indirect. Well, technically, Taran Killam, who plays a pop star, like a Justin Bieber type pop star. Taran Killam used to be on Saturday Night Live, and since then he got married to Kobe Smulders, who is Agent Maria Hill in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and we'll see her again real soon on the Secret Invasion series with Nick Fury and all the Skrulls. I realize I'm just connecting everything for people's marriages, but still, it's, But he also appeared recently in the Thor: Love and Thunder film as one of the actors performing the stories of Thor and Loki and Odin and everything else. So I know I've kind of glossed over the Taran Killam thing. When I realized Taran Killam was in this, I was just like, it blew my mind, just because he plays a pop star, a boyish pop star, and I've always seen him as this pretty wild Saturday Night Live comedian all these years. To realize he was in a Disney film just was interesting. I want to see Justin, what's his name? Come on. I already forgotten the character's name. Jordan Cahill. Jordan Cahill is the name of his character, big pop star. I'll get to the story in a moment. But I want to see him with Robin Sparkles from How I Met Your Mother, which is Kobe Smulders' character. So yeah, that's it'd be my dream crossover. So yeah, that would be fun. But what blew me away even further was the fact there's a character named Len in this. He plays a really douchey kind of manager, record company kind of guy that sort of oversees Jordan's career. And he's played by Todd Stashwick, who has joined the ranks of Star Trek characters. He premiered, his character first showed up in Star Trek Season 3 of Picard, and he was quickly hated and then very much loved. His character just grew on a lot of people, and he's pretty fantastic. So I'm telling you all about all these different characters. One more thing about Todd Stashwick. I went to the Star Trek Picard Season 3 series finale, and I sat next to Todd for the entire screening of the last two episodes of that series. And it was just fantastic to watch him Len in this movie. Watch him just react to everything that's going on around him and just be as enthusiastic of a fan as anybody else in that room, which is, to me, was just fantastic. Even though he's on the screen and he's like right next to me. It was kind of cool. Little fanboy moment there. It was kind of neat. Anyway, this is a story about a girl, Danielle Panabaker. Her name, what's her character's name? I've already forgotten. Brittany. She's stuck in a little suburb and small town kind of thing. She goes to soccer practice, has homework, has an older sister and a younger brother. She's probably like 14 or something like that, even though I think Danielle Panabaker is like 17 or so in this. I only checked the ages because when I saw Taran Killam's in that when he was in it, Taran Killam was in this, I was like, how old is he supposed to be in this? Is he actually really young? And that only got triggered because when they were trying to figure out how old the character was. He was born on April 1st, 1982. Guess whose birthday is April 1st, 1982? It's Taran Killam's. Yeah, they use his real birthday. So, anyway, Brittany is a girl who is kind of bored with her life. She's a little songwriter. She loves Jordan Cahill, along with all of her friends. They're all teenage girls who just hear his name and scream like maniacs, as girls do, who love pop stars. And so she has a new girl shows up. Her name's Natasha, played by Brenda Song. She shows up in her school, and she seems so different, so exciting. She's traveled the world, and she's lived in New York City, and she's just so everything that Brittany wants to be. And I'm not going to tell the whole story. I'm not going to spoil anything, because this is the kind of thing that is kind of a hidden gem. I can't say it's going to be my favorite movie. It's not the kind of thing that I would ever look to watch myself if I didn't have this whole process. I wouldn't have picked this. It's not made for me, and I wouldn't have known the Better Off Dead connection to it. So or that Todd Stashwick or Taran Killam are in this. I wouldn't have looked, and I wouldn't have seen this. But so it's. I lost my train of thought and click next to the next video. These girls become friends. Much, you still have that normal Disney Channel drama or teen drama story where new kid comes to town and then the main character, tends to leave her other friends alone, which is kind of dicey. And of course, there's always going to be a conflict eventually between these two for something, because lies or betrayal or whatever drama that teenage girls get into that becomes a problem. Anyway, they become best friends, and Brittany brings Natasha along to, oh my gosh, Jordan Cahill is going to be doing a music video in their hometown area. Why would he come here? Oh, the girls all just run to the local place where he's dancing and singing. He looks bored. He really doesn't like doing the music videos. He's kind of annoyed by the music scene and everything else that he's doing. He didn't really want to be this type of pop star. He wanted to be a songwriter, singer kind of thing. But he became popular 2 years ago, and his best friend is his assistant. And, as they're heading out to the car after a shoot, the assistant, Eddie, bumps into Brittany, and they drop everything. And in a scramble to pick things up, they grab the wrong phones. This is 2004, by the way. There are not iPhones. This is essentially a BlackBerry that Jordan has, but nobody gets near Jordan. His assistant, his buddy Eddie, holds on to it. And but Eddie dropped it, picks up the wrong phone, picks up Brittany's phone, which is bright pink and not a BlackBerry. And suddenly they realize it later. They have the wrong phones. And so now Brittany holds the life and knowledge of everything Jordan in her hands. What is she going to do with that? She's going to return it, but will people even let her get close to Jordan to return it. Therein lies the drama and the action and the comedy in all this. The girls suddenly realized what they had. They didn't just lose it. They didn't just grab an assistant's phone. They actually grabbed Jordan's phone. And yeah, so chaos ensues. And at the same time, when Eddie realizes that he has a teenage girl's phone that is not, and he does everything in his power to hide it from his friend Jordan and the skeevy manager and all the other things that are going on, he's trying to manage all of this at the same time, and it's pretty fun. It's yeah. There's, you know, it's, like I said, it's not gonna like. I've said this a lot of films recently, but it's not gonna like break your brain. Like I'm like, I didn't see that turn coming, but it's fun. The girls are enthusiastic, and yes, there seems to be a trend where every time they say a pop star's name, they scream at a high pitch, like, "Oh, Madonna called!" Like, okay, by the way, it's 2004. Are 14-year-olds know who Madonna is? I don't know. So, Gwen Stefani, yeah, like all these things, they just start screaming. I mean, this movie is almost 20 years old, I realize now. Holy crap. So yeah, it's sort of the chaos of them sort of realizing what kind of power they have in their hands, especially Troublemaker here. She tends to make some decisions that change Jordan's life. Will it be for the better, or will it be worse? Well, some of both, all at the same time. And as they try to cross paths, the walls are closing in, and people are finding out that the phones aren't exactly where they're supposed to be. It's fun looking at the technology for me in this, is looking at seeing how ancient the phones are and how the technology has changed, and how she's really surprised that, oh, well, this is a phone that has internet and has a whole database of stuff as compared to her phone. You know, like, we take it for granted now. They take all this stuff for granted. They couldn't have imagined that iPhones, when this was put out. It's kind of neat. It's kind of funny. So yeah, people who grew up with this, yeah, this is kind of an all-time favorite from what I'm seeing. This is a big deal type of movie. It deserves its status. It may not be the greatest film of all time, but it deserves a status among the hierarchy of Disney Channel movies on the strength of these two women right here, and also I'm just getting to see Todd and Taryn and Eddie, the guy who plays Eddie. I've seen him in other stuff. Ryan Belville. Just in the strength of them alone is kind of neat. And even the supporting characters like Brittany's parents, they play parents, and they have a whole storyline. And yes, this is kind of cliche. Oh, by the way, thankfully, she has parents. Even she has parents. All the kids have parents, which is kind of neat. It's a change for a Disney Channel movie. Everybody has two parents. Nobody is dead, and that's kind of neat. But one of the tropes that they did stick in this film is that something needs to be saved, and will it involve a concert being forcibly crammed into a place that normally would not have a concert, with a pop star that everybody wants to see in a small town where this could never happen? Yes, of course it does. And yes, I've spoiled kind of the end of it, but this is established pretty early on. So it's, when you see mom struggling to save an old house, well, you know how the house is going to get saved. I'm not breaking any special story, structure rules or spoilers there. That's just not a thing. When a house needs to be saved, or a youth center needs to be saved, or whatever, a roller skating rink needs to be saved, whatever it is, there's going to be a famous person or a concert or something, and they're just going to jam. And my only concern is the whole PA thing. Like, he shows up and does a concert. There's a band there, but he's not singing anything. And Taron certainly cannot play guitar, at least at this point in his life, because, yeah, that's not good. But I think he is singing. I think he is doing singing, so that's kind of neat. So yeah, I recommend it. I didn't expect I'd ever say that, but if you're a Star Trek fan and you want to see Todd Stashwick younger, Taron Killam younger, these ladies younger when they were kids, go ahead, check it out. It's almost 20 years old. This is maddening. Anyway, let's pick tomorrow's episode.
508.
508. We are getting so old. Maybe you are, but not me. Okay. Not sure what this is. It's under the Red documentary reality show category. So it's probably a series. Maybe it's a special. I don't know, but it's weirdly titled, and it doesn't seem to have anything to do with sharks. We'll find out, though. It seems like a strange name for something that would be about sharks. This is called The Wizard of Pause. So, yeah. We'll find out. The Wizard of Pause is what we're watching next on the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. I'll see you back here tomorrow with that.